The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, preseason all-conference, preseason poll time for your Eagles and some preseason recognition. Third in the league, according to the South Atlantic Conference coaches. LMU picked 1, Queens 2, and those 3 have been 1, 2, and 3 in the preseason poll the past couple of years, and here you are again, but with a lot of change among a lot of schools in the conference as well. How does this year shape up to you in terms of personnel coming back across the league?
Right. Obviously, our conference took some major hits. I think, if I remember correctly, of the 18 postseason award winners last year, individual award winners, 15 were seniors. So it's very much like it's a complete overhaul in terms of just the personnel in the league. But I think you've still got some of your typical the powerhouses, LMU and Queens sitting up at the top. I think our preseason positioning is completely unwarranted. I don't get that. Maybe it's just a historical. There's been some history there during my tenure, but I don't see that in our team at this point. That doesn't mean that we could win the conference, but right now we've got a lot of learning to do, a lot of growing to do, a lot of re-identifying to do, and we'll see where it plays out. But I do think the league overall is sort of in a transitional year, so I think that gives everybody a bit more hope.
Make it 3 straight years having a preseason first-team all-conference selection. Malik Abraham garners the recognition this year. He's had 2 of the top 5 single-season three-point shooting totals in Carson-Newman history. What's he done to receive this accolade at the start of his senior campaign?
Well, he can shoot the basketball. If there's a better shooter in our conference, I don't know who it is. So I'm glad that he's on our team. I know this is his final year as an Eagle, and I'm confident that he'll pick up where he left off. And that's being a guy that can make shots. He's also, I think, sort of evolved in his time here, and he's not just a one-trick pony at this point. He's got a little more depth to his game offensively, a little more serious tone about things defensively, and I'm excited. I'm excited for him, and I think this will just it's not well deserved.
You look at the preseason poll as a whole, LMU, Queens at the top of the heap. What sticks out to you about what the Royals and Rail Splitters have back for 2018-19?
Both of them lost a significant amount in terms of experience, but both have typically done an incredible job of having other players in the pipeline, so to speak, waiting for their turn. And then they both have done a good job of going out and identifying new prospects that can come in and help. I know that when you consider the leadership that Josh and Bart have both provided at their institutions, it's elite, and those guys have proven that they're capable. So even though there's been a significant amount of loss for both of them in terms of the roster going into this particular season, those guys are vets, and they know how to restructure and rebuild pretty quickly.
Wingate, Lenore, Ryan, Newberry, and Anderson round out the top 8, and then it's Coker, Tusculum, and Mars Hill down in the final 3 spots. What can you say about the quality of depth this league has? And when you look at Anderson and considering how much the Trojans return, for that team to be picked 8th is a little surprising.
Well, it speaks to the incredible parity, especially 3 through 12. I've been excited about this year because of the parity. It's going to make it, I think, an incredibly competitive situation, and I think that, in all honesty, any of a number of teams could jump up there and win this thing and sort of make this a special year. So, there's no dead weight. There's no team, in this thing that are sort of struggling on the downslide, it's set up to be really competitive from top to bottom kind of 18-19 season.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck this year.
Thanks, Cav.
It's Carson-Newman Head Men's Basketball coach Chuck Benson. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.